Would everyone who is able please rise for the posting of the colors? Thank you. Please remain standing as we conduct a moment of silence for all those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. Thank you. Please be seated.
Captain, take seats.
Now we, excuse me. Now we will have the bell ceremony. Our South Metro Honor Guard will explain the bell ceremony and its significance within the fire service.
The bell. The fire service of today is ever-changing, but it is steeped in traditions over 200 years old. One such tradition is the sounding of a bell. In the past, as firefighters began their tour of duty, it was the bell that signaled the beginning of the day's shift. Throughout the day and night, each alarm was sounded by a bell, which summoned these brave souls to fight fires and to place their lives in jeopardy for the good of their fellow man. When the fire was out and the alarm had come to an end, it was the bell that signaled to all the completion of the call. When a firefighter had died in the line of duty, paying the supreme sacrifice, it was the toll of the bell that solemnly announced a brother or sister's passing. We utilize these traditions as symbols, which reflect honor and respect on those who have given so much and who have served so well. To symbolize the devotion that these brave souls had for their duty, a special signal of 3 rings, 3 times each, represents the end of their duties and that they will be returning to quarters. But today, we gather to celebrate a new chapter. Today is not only about tradition, but about the future. Today, these recruits stand on the threshold of an extraordinary journey. You've worked tirelessly, pushed beyond your limits, and earned the privilege to wear the uniform that symbolizes courage, dedication, and selflessness. This is a moment to reflect on how far you've come and how much further you will go. You're ready to take on the challenges that lie ahead, and you've earned the right to stand tall. You're about to join the ranks of those who have come before you and who have paved the way with honor. And so, to the recruits of Class 24-02, your initial training is complete, but your fire service education is only just beginning. The bell will now toll to signify that Class 24-02 is in service and ready to respond. Make us proud. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the class will present their pride acts to the South Metro Honor Guard for its final inspection and ceremonial retirement. Recruit Gonzalez, front and center. This axe was entrusted to the Recruit Academy during their first week of training. From that moment forward, it became a symbol of their commitment, unity, and dedication to excellence. The responsibility to carry, display, and maintain the axe was not merely a task, but a time-honored tradition. It is a reflection of the collective pride of the Academy, a standard set by those who came before them, and one that will inspire those who follow. The tools of a firefighter are far more than implements of the trade. They are symbols of readiness, resilience, and respect for the profession. As the saying goes, rusty tools and unattended equipment erode company pride. This pride axe has served as a daily reminder of the discipline and meticulous care required for those who wear the uniform. Today, as this chapter of their journey comes to a close, the recruits present their pride axe to the South Metro Honor Guard for a final inspection. This moment marks the culmination of their hard work, perseverance, and growth, and stands as a testament to the readiness to join the ranks of the fire service.
Welcome, and thank you everyone for coming to this exciting event. 20 weeks ago, the recruits in front of you started Academy. They came from a diverse background, including a mechanical engineer, EMS instructor, a rugby coach, wildland firefighter, Home Depot paint mixer, private EMS paramedics, military, cook, lifeguard, finance, and working with other fire departments. The recruits went from these previous professions to a paramilitary training program, marching, saluting, learning rank structure, chain of command, and a lot of burpees and tower laps. They learned how to put on bunker gear and SCBA, how to manipulate their bodies through tight spaces and uncomfortable situations, how to survive in a hazardous environment with no visibility, exhausted and running out of air. They learned how to deploy hose, flow water, and advance into a fire. They learned throw and raise ladders, search for victims, force entry through a door, extricate victims from a vehicle, and many more skills. They have learned how to become problem solvers and help when they are called. Over the past 20 weeks, the recruits have taken multiple written tests, skills tests, certification exams, and ran fire scenarios. The written and skills tests each account for 50% of the grade. This class has finished the academy with a class average of 96.99%. They have been under pressure since the beginning and have performed very well since then. There's a lot of work that goes into running an academy, and I couldn't have done it without the help of my fellow recruit training officers, Captain Aaron Crossett, Engineer Eric Ritter, Engineer Todd Plummer, Firefighter Kylie Anderson, and Firefighter Greg Allen. Thank you all for your hard work, long days, and time away from your families. You have all taught me so much during our time together, and I'm lucky to have worked side by side with you all. I'd also like to thank Firefighter Jake Engel for your help during your mod duty assignment. Please give a round of applause for this amazing group and for helping the class of 24-2. As a recruit training officers, we would not be able to fulfill the demands of an academy without the full support from all the South Metro, from the adjunct instructors, SMEs, wellness coaches, fleet, logistics, HR, and all other departments within South Metro. We thank you for your help and support. We'd like to especially thank Training Chief Jeremy Bartell for all of your support, leadership, and mentorship throughout the past 20 weeks. We appreciate you and all that you've done for us. We would also like to thank our families for supporting us through the long days and always being there for us. My wife had to deal with 4 kids on her own every morning and in the afternoon getting them to and from school, so I know that was a hard task, so thank you, honey, for doing that. This would be impossible without all of your support. Now, for the recruits, this academy has been a roller coaster, to say the least. With a lot of ups and downs, you have persevered through it all, and I applaud you for that. The academy is designed to create the foundation for your career that you will build off of. This is only the beginning. You have only scratched the surface on what you need to know to be a great firefighter. Always be learning and hone your craft. This job is ever-changing, and you will need to stay sharp to be successful. Make us proud, work hard, and always follow Captain Crossett's 5 rules. I'd like to bring Recruit Training Officer Kylie Anderson on stage for the introduction of the Academy video.
Hi all, thanks so much for being here tonight. This is just a short video encapsulating the last 20 weeks that all of the recruits have gone through this fire academy. And a huge shout out and thank you to our very own PIOs, Brian Willie and Mackenzie Dale.
Alright, we need help! We need someone right here to help catch you. You This is the 24-2 Recruit Academy Pride Axe. The Pride Axe represents the collective pride that we have as an academy, and it also symbolizes the unity and the camaraderie that we've developed over the past 20 weeks. We were presented the axe on July 29th, and less than 24 hours later, the axe was stolen, setting a South Metro Academy record. We were given a warning that the axe cannot be left unattended during classroom breaks. And just 10 minutes later, PIO Willie seized an opportunity to steal the axe from under my seat. We've learned over the past 20 weeks that a firefighter's tools are the lifeblood of our profession, and that we must account for and maintain our tools with pride so that we are well prepared when the time comes.
Hoorah! 17 motivated, dedicated firefighters ready to serve.
Academy.
Yes, sir.
SMFR.
SMFR. -2.
In this.
Together.
We train.
Together.
We graduate.
Together.
We learn.
Or lead.
All in.
All out.
Hoorah.
Hoorah! 24-2.
Great video. That was awesome. Thanks for the PIOs for putting that together. Next, we're going to get into some awards for the recruits. Presenting the Academy Awards will be Recruit Training Officers Aaron Crossett, Eric Ritter, Todd Plummer, and Strength and Conditioning Coach Chris Scheckler.
All right, good evening. I'm Chris Scheckler. I'm one of the strength and conditioning coaches here at South Metro. I work with my fellow coaches, Eddie Yoon and Tommy Gayfield, as members of the Wellness Bureau. And it was our privilege to work with these 17 recruits for the last 20 weeks every morning on their physical fitness to prepare them for the job that you got, finally, right? It's good to see you guys in blue. All right, back in July, that first day we had you in the classroom, we were sharing some of our philosophies and expectations of you all, and we said that stronger, fitter people are harder to kill than weaker, unfit people, right? And more useful in general. After 20 weeks of hard work, we can say that you are stronger and fitter as a group, and we believe you're harder to kill. And with all the training that you received on the drill ground, all the hours of work, all the skills you were taught by your RTO cadre, you are for sure more useful in general to the people of the district. So congratulations. This is just the start. Like we said, like you've heard, this is just the foundation. Just keep building. Continue to work. Also, that's been said, your body is your most important piece of equipment in this job and really any other job, but particularly in this one. Maintain it, okay? Keep it in good condition as long as you can, and it'll serve you well. The goal for you is a long, healthy, productive career where you have fun and you do great work, but then also remember a happy, healthy retirement is a big part of what we want to help set you up for. Play the long game, okay? And we mean that, and South Metro means that. Fitness is a big part of that, both for your occupational performance as well as your overall health, and that's what we want for you. I get to present the Fittest Recruit Award. In the way we go about this, all the Academy recruits went through a collection of tests or a testing battery that had tests for muscular strength, muscular endurance, muscular power, body composition, and cardiorespiratory conditioning. So they did their fair share of testing. And we take all those results, we plug them into a matrix, and basically that matrix generates an overall, we call it a physical fitness profile score on a scale of 1 to 5, with a score of 5 being a perfect or highest attainable score. It would be the equivalent of a 4.0 GPA, just the physical fitness elements contribute to that. And this was a unique class in that usually there's 1 or 2 that are obviously kind of going to jockey for that top spot. For this one, our top 4 were only separated by 0.2 of a point, which was a really tight race. And for the first time in 12 academies that we've been doing this, we actually had a tie for top recruit, which we've never seen. So the tie was 4.64 out of 5, which would equate to a really high-level athletic performance when you think about physical fitness. So for the first time, we actually had to go out to the 1,000th of a point, which we've never had to do before, and we had to make sure that we could do to determine a winner. And even then, it was still only 2/1000ths of a point that separated these people. So it was absolutely far and away the tightest race for fittest recruit. But all that said, our fittest recruit for 24-2 is Josh Hansen.
Good evening. Over the last 20 weeks, the recruits of Class 24-2 have been subjected to both physical and mental stressors. They have constantly been evaluated throughout the academy with more than 20 tests. In addition to learning new skills daily and becoming proficient in them, the recruits also had tests that included physical, fitness, physical skills tests, and certification tests that covered a wide breadth of information. As I'm sure the loved ones here of the recruits are sitting here tonight can attest, much of their free time was spent studying for these tests. Here at South Metro, we have a high standard for all employees. Recruits must pass these tests with at least an 80%. To speak to the high academic nature of this academy, as Captain Zimmerman already stated, the class average was 96.99%, and all 17 recruits finished with a final grade over 90%. The top 5 recruits in the academy were separated by less than 0.7%. The top 3 were separated by 0.35%, and the separation between first and second place was 0.05%. With that being said, the award of valedictorian for the recruit class 24-2, recruit Cole Paris.
So I get to give out the top recruit. I, however, feel like we should be giving an award to Brian Willie for the most interesting class photo ever taken, because that was very interesting. That was a good class photo. They were staring into the sun the whole time, so I think you can see that in the picture. The top recruit that we usually pick, I'm a loud talker, so I'm going to try not to yell into this thing. The top recruit is picked by their fellow recruits, so it's a very, very distinguished honor. The valedictorian's awesome, the fitness one, those are all metrics, but these are the ones that are picked by their fellow recruits. Over the 20 weeks, they show and they exhibit the qualities and the traits that we want in a South Metro firefighter. They are both frontline leaders and they're leaders behind the scene. However, saying that, as with most of the other awards that we've given out tonight, the race was very, 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 very close. To the point that we happened to do something tonight that we've never had to do before, ever, in the history of when we've given out awards. We're having to give 2 because there was a tie. And that is very interesting for me, because I have my preference, which I think you guys will all figure out here in a minute. Yeah. We couldn't do a tiebreaker. Yeah, so we've got 2. So those 2 recruits, and again, I can't stress the importance of this as a top recruit. It was voted on by their peers. So either they all conspired against each other and like got together with their votes and stuff, but either way, this is a massive award and probably the biggest one. So the 2, do you have anything to add? Yeah, that's an inside joke. The 2 recruits that we have to give out, Jevin Gonzalez and Joshua Hansen. It's like Kevin with a J.
All right, we'll move into the recruit presentation. The recruit class 24-2 chose one of their own to present on their behalf. Please help me welcome recruit Noah Klein to the stage.
Good evening. Get my notes. So, full disclosure, when the recruits collectively decided that I would give the speech, I was perplexed. Not only have I been a lifelong procrastinator that has never finished an assignment before it was due, the speech included, I also pretty much played the role throughout Academy as disappointed dad. And my 2 oldest kids are here tonight. They know how much that sucks. So, thanks, guys. I am the oldest in the Academy, so maybe that's why they chose me. But honestly, on a more accurate assessment, I think just nobody else wanted to do it. Anyway, good evening, and thank you so much for coming to our graduation. Thank you for taking time out of your busy lives. I know many of you actually flew in from out of state. Many of you drove a long way. We really appreciate it. So before we take an oath, before we raise our hand, receive the badge that we've earned, I want to take some time to reflect, to be thankful, to show some gratitude, have a little bit of fun, and give credit where credit is due. So your presence here tonight is tangible evidence of how much support it takes to see us through this whole process. everybody here tonight, every recruit sitting here, and every firefighter, for that matter, in the stands, is a product of a massive support network. And so I just want to take some time to reflect on that right now. You see, none of us came here through a manifestation of just through our own power. All of you sitting there had a hand in helping each one of us get to where we are right now. So thank you. And all of the support that you gave, all of the encouragement that we received. This is a long process for a lot of us. Some of us sitting down here started this process over a year ago, as some of you out there know that. It's not easy to get here. Fire Academy is not easy. Some people try and they don't make it. And this is not for everybody. But the fact that you're here showing your support is not lost on us. Specifically, my family, and all of the family members, siblings, parents, spouses, loved ones, friends, you all played a part. You all had a hand in this. So just thank you very much. That's not lost on us. The RTOs grinded out the instruction for 20 weeks. The training, the coaching, it's a long time. We want to thank you. You really have enriched our lives. You've given of yourselves to help us to be better. It's not easy. When you get on a 48-96 schedule, you get to go to the station for 2 days, and you get to go home for 4. It's a nice schedule. It's not that bad. It's got its pros and cons. But when you go to the training department, you give that up. They got to be here every single day. You give up that 4-day that you're used to. And they did that. And throughout the entire academy, I never once felt that they were put out by that. They were happy to be here, happy to instruct, happy to invest in us. And that made us better people. And I know it wasn't just the training or the instruction or the coaching. I know that there was a lot going on behind the scenes that we didn't see, that we benefited from. So I want you to know that we're thankful for that. Coaches, thank you. Honestly, Coach, I was pretty hard to kill before I got here. But, it's even harder to kill now. Your elite attitude towards training and your knowledge that you all have and that you instilled into us was top tier, best in class, just like what South Metro strives to be. And we thank you for that. Again, behind the scenes work that you do. It's not lost on us that you put a lot of hours into what Academy takes, and you invested in a lot in us. And the whole program, 20 weeks is a long time. Thank you. Thank you for what you did. You did make us better. And then to everybody else in this room, or not in this room, elsewhere, that had a hand in making Recruit Academy or had a hand in some way, thank you. We were given the best equipment, the best training, the best facilities. We were very well supported. Just thank you for everybody that helped make this Recruit Academy class a success. One more thing about South Metro Fire. South Metro is unique in that South Metro trains their own. They teach their own. Now, a lot of fire departments actually do send recruits to what would be called like a combined academy, or they send them off. And that's fine. That's totally fine. Actually, probably a lot of people in this room went to what you would call a combined academy. And that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But South Metro has the boast that can say, we train our own. And I want to emphasize that because the RTOs that are here today, or anybody that's part of the training academy, they know that they eventually have to work with us. Okay? So it is incumbent upon them to make sure that they put a decent product out onto the line. And it is a strict South Metro Academy, taught by South Metro firefighters, ran by South Metro staff. And we're better for that. It's not always that way. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think that South Metro is unique right now. And that's good. That's good to mention. Now, it wouldn't be a proper academy speech if I didn't at least try to make some lighthearted fun at our own expense. Because we're recruits. We deserve it. So honestly, it's really difficult to explain what a fire academy is like. It just is. If you haven't been through the fire service, it's very difficult to describe to you what a day-to-day, what it's like. It's really hard to describe what the fire service is like to somebody that's not even really in it, let alone what a recruiting academy is like. So I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm not even going to try to explain what a fire academy is like. How many of you have ever been like really into a TV show? You really like the show, you've watched all the episodes, you know the characters, the plot lines, the twists, the backstories, you talk about it with your friends, you know the story. You're really into it. You watch every single episode. You know, you get all sad when they kill off a character. Fire Academy is just like that. So imagine 20 weeks is our season. 20-week season, it's a long season. You got 4 episodes a week, about 80 episodes. It's a long season. You buckle in, you get your popcorn, you start watching. I mean, it's got drama, there's intrigue. Every single character you can imagine, every archetype of character is involved in Fire Academy. I mean, already disappointed dad. That was that guy. Top recruit over here was house mom. Took care of us. We loved him. You had a rebel child. I'll mention you later. Does everything you tell him, it does the opposite of what you tell him to do. It's got the whole cast of characters. And every day is a different, I mean, the drama is tense. Like, what are we going to get today? What drama is going to happen? The plot line twists, the suspense. So it's kind of like that. And, well, I'm sorry. And of course, the RTOs are the nemesis. They are. They have to be. So the drama. You know, when you watch like the season opener of your show, and you're like, man, I really want to watch this show. But there's got to be drama. There's got to be a plot twist. There's got to be something that's going to wrap me in. Yeah, our day one had drama. I don't know if you guys noticed. We literally have a giant in our cast of characters. 6'6". He went down on day one. Literally, he kind of passed out when we were doing a little bit of PT out on the drill ground. So he learned the hard way not to donate plasma the day before you're supposed to do. Oh, the drama of it. I just remember walking over, I seeing this giant, all weak-kneed, pale face, being like, what happened to him, man? I didn't know. Donated plasma. Oh, there was the episode where the axe got stolen. The sad recruits, a lot of sad faces. There was probably tears. And that was early. That was like episode 3. That was like day 3. Oh, man. There was the episode where we almost had a recruit die. That was early too. Second week, like episode 7. Mendrick went home, 911 got called, he was not well. And I mean, it was a whole thing. I think a policy got written out of that one. But he's here. Yeah, the Lost Radio episode. That was a thing. We got smoked for that one. Like if you were calling up your buddy and you're like, hey man, did you miss the episode? Like, yeah, what happened? Yeah, Park lost his radio. Oh, what'd they do? Is he fired? No. He has his job, but they smoked those recruits. They are smoked. Anyway, it's just hard to talk about Fire Academy without actually being there. So I just treat it like a show. They give us little costumes to wear. There's props. Some of them are fake. Some of them are real. It's just like a show. Anyway, on a more real, mature note, there are some hard things to teach in people, in groups. One of those things is motivation. Like, it's really hard to teach motivation, and motivation comes from within. It's hard to teach that. You really can't pull that out of somebody. They got to do it themselves. It's hard to teach a willingness to learn. Either you really have that or you don't. It's hard to push that on people. It's hard to teach a positive attitude. That comes from within. We've all been there. We've all had crappy attitudes. But it's hard to teach that. That comes from within. I can say 24-2 did exemplify those internal characteristics that can't be taught. I saw that time and time again. It made me stronger. I saw a lot of willingness to learn from a lot of people that some came from a zero fire background whatsoever. First time they put bunker gear on was in this academy, but they wanted to learn. I saw a lot of motivation from a lot of people, and that came from within. I saw a lot of positive attitudes. I loved that. I really loved that. Because it can get hard out there. It can get stressful. And you stayed positive. I really like that. Now, I'm not going to provide some hyped up promise that we're going to go out there and we're just going to be the best firefighters ever, because we're not. We're not. We're human. We make mistakes. We fall short of perfection. But on behalf of 24-2, I can confidently say that we are going to make this commitment. We are going to strive to be better every day. And in firefighting, and in EMS, we have a vast array of skills that we need to be proficient in. So you can just choose one of literally hundreds of things to try to be better at every single day. And we're going to carry that through our entire career, however long it is. Hopefully it's a couple of decades, 3 decades for some of you. But we're going to strive to be better every single day. We wrote it on our axe. It's earn your seat. And that's not just a cliche type, it's not just a slogan. That's actually an action phrase, because you do have to earn it. And that's an active choice. So today, starting today, that's the commitment we make to you, it's the commitment we make to ourselves, to be better every day. We are basically trained firefighters. Right, RTOs? Right, firefight. We are basically trained. We can only get better from here, and we will get better. We've got a long way to go. We haven't arrived. We just got here. We're basically trained. We're very well basically trained. Thank you for that. But we're going to get better. That's our other promise to you. The only person that can drive your career, perfect your craft, commit to improvement, and increase your skill set is you. Now, I've grown very fond of all of you. I really have. You guys, each and every one of you guys in your own way is really easy to like. And you don't always see that in groups. You don't always see that in big groups. And I think that's unique. I think I was able to have a little bit of fun with the class because, honestly, one of the defining characteristics of 24-2, in my opinion, was our ability to have some fun. Our ability to laugh and our ability to, while not losing the value and the importance of this job, but to also make light of stressful situations, to joke in the midst of pain and suffering, especially some of those runs. Remember some of you? Yeah. Yeah, there was suffering back there, let me tell you. But you had a good time doing it. There was a lot of smiles. Slot, that smile. Best one out there. I'll leave you with a quote. I think it's credited to the late former President Reagan. He's talking to Marines. And by the way, and I was in the Marine Corps, and I stopped eating crowns like months ago. Okay? So I'm on the other side. Anyway, the quote goes something like this. Some people live their entire lives without knowing if they've made a difference. But Marines don't have that problem. Well, I submit to you, as firefighters, you don't have that problem either. We had a little phrase we did in the Academy when we came to attention. We're going to do it one more time. Academy 24-2, on your feet.
Academy. 24-2, standing tall. Together we rise, never fall.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
That was one of the better analogies to sum up a recruit academy with a TV show. That's spot on, 100%. That was very good. All right, now we'll move on to the commencement address to the Recruit Academy Class 24-2. Please help me welcome Deputy Chief of Emergency Services, John Curtis.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm always humbled by the opportunity to speak with all of you tonight on behalf of South Metro Fire Rescue. Academy graduations are truly one of the most special evenings for all of us, as we are starkly reminded as to why we entered into this profession. While those reasons might vary, they show up in the faces of each and every one of our recruits. who stand in front of their friends and families and proud as can be, as you all should be. I'll certainly try my best to send you out with a few words of encouragement as you get into the firehouse. Over the years, this organization has taken a multitude of innovative ideas and converted them to actionable items that are played out in the form of overtly high levels of customer service, both externally and inward facing. We pride ourselves on being able to provide unmatched and exemplary all-hazard service to the citizens of our district while providing an environment for those doing the work that is challenging, rewarding, sustainable over the duration of a long career. In conjunction with our Professional Firefighters Union, Local 2086, we are continually working on those initiatives centered around health and wellness, cardiac health, physical fitness, cancer prevention, mental health, competitive benefits that will continually attract and retain those most important pieces of what makes South Metro an employer of choice, our people. The human investment in how we take care of our own is at the top of our priority list. We are consistently inspired with our men and women who continue to meet high organizational expectations through the execution of regimented training, preparation, diligence, and the flat-out desire to be in a profession that is clearly one of privilege and acquired public trust. A direct result of work put in by the many individuals that you will be working alongside with at South Metro and by those firefighters that paved the way in the decades preceding or centuries past from around the world. Don't ever take that public's trust for granted, and better yet, please eliminate the risk of compromising it. Make decisions at work and at home that are representative of the communities to which you serve and this organization that has fought so hard to obtain this sacred trust. Use common sense and do the right thing always. Our job as leaders in this organization are to find ways to establish the values that best represent who we are as a fire department. The large majority of that focus should center on our men and women to best support and extract the wide ranges of talent, experiences, stories, skills, and leadership that will continually set us up for success into the future. A very wise colleague of mine continually reminds me that during difficult times or significant challenges to always remember to focus on the people. Bring them up, challenge them, test them, support, and engage with them. To focus on your why, your motivations, your pillars, what keeps you going every day. Remember why you wanted to be a firefighter and never forget that you're here to serve others. I realize you've spent the last several months to engage with a group of recruit training officers that offered you nothing but their best. Every minute, hour, and days of what comprised those long weeks. Their desire for the job and passion for instructing make you prepared to act and perform when you need to the most, are second to none. Let's one more time go and recognize the work led by Captain Aaron Zimmerman, Captain Aaron Crossett, Engineer Todd Plummer, Engineer Eric Ritter, Firefighter Greg Allen, and Firefighter Kylie Anderson. Remember that they gave you everything that they had. Also stay reminded that this department is made up of division and bureaus that do just that. Give everything and work tirelessly in the firehouse and behind the scenes in administration to ensure that you're taken care of. Just remember that this organization prides itself in all areas and that we are supporting all of you. I know you'll be doing the same when you begin your journey online shortly with the incredible men and women that make up our line membership. I'd encourage you to give back to this job when you're able. Be professional to yourself, to those around you, this organization, the community which you serve. Be compassionate and always stay engaged. We all know that a lack of engagement can lead to complacency, to which in this profession there is little to no room for and renders steep consequences. There are many moving parts here, and know that we are all on the same team with the same mission to provide customer service at the highest levels. This might be the most important part of this address, so please pay attention. Your families, your close friends, your kids, spouses, wives, husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends, parents, family. They are the ones who are here for you the most, unequivocally supporting you unconditionally and in ways you might not imagine. You need to pay attention to those relationships. They know what you're doing is noble. They also know that there is great risk with you going to work every day. Be there for them, be empathetic, and find the balance. Of course, we're going to push you to be committed to the organization, but I need you to be even more committed at home. Your families are your biggest fans, and you simply need to find perspective to understand, that they understand and shoes that they are in as you go to work and serve on a holiday, miss a birthday, an anniversary, or any other important occasion, which will surely happen. It's not easy from the other side, so just be cognizant of that. Let's also give some thanks to all your families who have supported you and, quite frankly, as I'm aware, put up with you over the past several months. Each of you, the men and women of the recruit class of 24-2, have completed a significant step early in your career by completing this academy. I've been fortunate enough to witness this from what you've experienced as both a participant and an RTO. The range of emotions can run the gamut. I'm sure you can each fill in the blank as to what those were to you. Some appropriate for here and some not safe for this venue. I would hope with the accumulation of this step, you're now completely focused on the reality setting in that you're about to become a firefighter for real. No more cans or burn buildings, no more mannequins. Now you'll experience fire behavior and smoke conditions that can be duplicated on the drill ground, roofs or floors that have the potential to collapse, and rescues that will require you to throw a ladder in a timely manner, because if you don't, those people trapped could suffer. Some patients will unfortunately have the desire to harm you when you arrive to render care. Extrications and auto accidents on the highway will pose multiple risks to you and your brothers and sisters. Through all that, you will have to walk into people's homes on literally their worst day with the expectation to be at your best, every single call. Those are the expectations from our community that live in our district, and that's the expectations from me. Mistakes are bound to occur, and that's okay. What isn't is a lack of effort, laziness, or complacency, or simply treating someone poorly. Those last few sentences aren't designed to be a scare tactic, rather than a reality check that it all starts now. You're also as prepared as ever to hit the ground running with some of the best people in the business who will continue to show you the South Metro way. Take care of your fellow crew members like family, because they are your family. Have each other's backs, look out for one another on that highway or in that apartment. Make sure that your crew is intact when it's hot and there's no visibility in that basement. Do those things and you'll make this dangerous, difficult, risk-filled job look much easier. Be there for one another, take care of your people, and most of all, have fun. Act on the attributes of most importance: integrity, resilience, humility, and courage. Find ways to take the hardships of this job and continue to strengthen and sharpen your own iron, along with those around you. Challenge them, thank them, display grace. It's going to be tough at times, yet filled with bountiful rewards for what you're doing for your fellow human in ways that I can't describe to you. You are the neighborhood superhero now. Make sure you give those kids a high five that look up to you in adoration and amazement. Give out the stickers, take the time to engage with your community. Be all those things, but at the same time, take care of those superpowers and take care of yourself, physically and equally, if not more importantly, mentally. Our culture has shifted to make a strong effort to take care of that. Yes, be strong, but don't let yourself get to that place, and know that we're going to be here for you just like everyone you are to them. You have my commitment on that. To conclude, I went back and forth about some meaningful leadership quotes or other statements that I believe in and hold dear to my heart. There are certainly several of those, but instead I'm going to share a little story, a quick, meaningful story with all of you. I'll focus quickly on sharing the purpose of this, and that the impact each of you have on those that rely on you, on your help during are extraordinarily profound on every single call, no matter how significant or insignificant they might be in your mind. In late 2022, I lost my father unexpectedly when he was at home with Mom. 9 months later, my mom went the same way. Through these events, I experienced the reliance on the profession that I've grown to love and have been a part of for almost 20 years. Having been on the other side of this for countless occasions through my time here and elsewhere, I, of course, began to operate for the needs of our Arvada Fire and Arvada PD, helping them get information, IDs, question answers, etc. Even after my own assessments that I knew that they had passed outside the window of any meaningful effort. What I encountered was the compassion of those crews, who immediately took it on themselves to give me a hug, tell me it's going to be okay, and that they'd be there for anything I needed, and that we got it. That was all it took for me to grasp the scale of what I was dealing with and let the guard down. It goes without question that the impacts of those crews during my worst days is something I will absolutely never forget, and where I've appreciated through the understanding of shattering grief. So while it might be your 14th call of the day on the back end of a 48, at 2 a.m. when you're tired, beat up, frustrated, or just over the day, realize that the home you're walking into and the people you're interacting with are relying on you to be the expert. They don't care about anything else other than that you're going to provide the best care for them at that very moment. Your impact can last forever with just 5 minutes of time. Show them you care, a few words, a quick hug, just tell them that that'll be okay, all outside the realm of skills or technical competence. Thousands of calls can prepare me for those moments, and it took firefighters to set me straight of what I needed to be focused on. It's your demeanor, your tact, your expertise, and your empathy that people are looking to you for. Just know that anything you do or could say could be in those moments can comfort them in need and potentially years to come. Your actions will set the tone during an extended period of time for anyone experiencing long-term hardships in the acute setting. The 17 of you are about to start what is arguably one of the greatest jobs on the planet at an organization that is arguably one of the best. You earned it, you made it to the academy finish, but understand you're at the real starting line now. You burned the red shirts and donned South Metro blue. The individual badge you'll soon receive along with the oath of office solidifies these statements with the understanding that you now represent something much bigger than yourself. It's why you're here and it's what drew you to this profession. Do good things, exercise common sense, and use good judgment, and be positive. I promise you those few things will guide you well into the future. I wish each and every one of you a career that is filled with countless forms of satisfaction and purpose-filling moments. Utilize this golden ticket to help others, constantly be there for each other, and realize quickly that this job is not about you. It's always about others and fulfilling our mission to serve with unquestionable loyalty that need you. I will leave you with one quote that embodies a value that is certainly close to my heart from a man that demonstrated this for the entirety of his life and to this day. Always remember, gratitude is an awareness that makes life meaningful. That's from Bruce Stallman, a member of our current board of directors who has continually exhibited this critical value throughout the face of adversity. Thank you, Bruce, for your unwavering support for this organization, and thank you for being here tonight. To the graduating class of 24-2, on behalf of our board of directors, the fire chief, myself, and all of us here at South Metro Fire Rescue, congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. That was awesome. Now for the part you've all been waiting for, pinning of the badges. Uniformed chiefs and recruit training officers, please come to the stage. Recruits, take your positions. Family and friends, pinning your recruit, please stand by your recruit on the side over here to the stage right.
Okay, let's take it good. Right, face. Forward, march.
Just so everybody's clear on the order, we'll call the recruit's name, they'll receive their badge. Whoever's pinning them, they'll come up to the center of the stage, pin the badge on them. You'll turn over and get a picture with our PIO, and then the family members can go off to the front of the stage. Good. All right, we'll start with our first one. Noah Armstrong. Next up, Yanni Fugla. Ben Gibble. Next, Jevin Gonzalez. Next up, Josh Hansen. Austin Harrell. Michael Jacoby. Noah Klein. Joshua Karajian. Eric Mendrick. Cole Paris. Houston Park the Fifth. Jules Price. Daniel Roussel. Madison Slot. Wesley Sun. last but not least, Kyle Triplett. Thank you, Chiefs and Recruit Training Officers. You guys can take your seats. All right, we'll move into the oath of office. The oath of office for the position of firefighter is one of the most sacred and adhering statements one can utter. It upholds each individual entering the noble profession to the highest standards or moral obligation and professionalism, one that is void of subjectivity upon the communities to which we are sworn to protect. Each firefighter here at South Metro has uttered these same words, binding us all to fulfill our commitments to the department, our community, and ourselves. Giving the oath of office this evening is Deputy Chief John Curtis. Recruits, please make your way to the stage to take your oath.
Academy, go. Right, face. Forward, mark. Academy, halt. Left, face.
All right, get loud. I got no mic, so we're gonna keep that there, okay? You guys ready? Yes, sir. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Kevin Gonzalez,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States of America
to support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the state of Colorado,
and the state of Colorado,
and to uphold the rules and regulations
and to uphold the rules and regulations
of South Metro Fire Rescue.
of South Metro Fire Rescue.
I swear to be faithful, fair, and diligent
I swear to be faithful, fair, and diligent
in the performance of the duties
in the performance of the duties
of firefighter
of firefighter
to which I have been appointed.
to which I have been appointed.
Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 24
We're almost there. Please, you take your seats. A couple more things to go. Giving the benediction is South Metro Fire Chaplain Ben Ware.
Hello, my name is Ben Ware. I'm one of the chaplains here at South Metro, and I just wanted to leave you guys with a couple of words before we close out the ceremony. Quick quote, a verse, and then I'll get to bless these new, not recruits anymore, firefighters online. A quote that struck me, I think is pretty relevant to our new members here, and just the family that's here to support us, and as they continue their journey with South Metro Fire. God has given us two hands, one to receive with and the other to give with. We are not cisterns made for hoarding. We are channels made for giving. I believe that to hold very true. These men and women here will be giving of their time and their energy, strength, sleep, stress, all of it to the citizens online and their fellow brothers and sisters here. And they cannot do it without their family here. They're also going to be giving and pouring into their family. So it's necessary that they fill up with their family, fellow brothers and sisters, so that we can have the strength to do this job. Leave you with a verse and a quick prayer. If you make the Lord your refuge, if you make the Most High your shelter, no evil will conquer you. No plague will come near your home, for he will order his angels to protect you wherever you go. They will hold you up with their hands, so you won't even hurt your foot on a stone. You will trample upon lions and cobras. You will crush fierce lions and serpents under your feet. Psalm 91. Well, I get to pray over these men and women, and then I'll turn it over. Lord God, we thank you for this time. We thank you for these men and women who have joined this organization. I'm so excited to meet all of them and work alongside all of them. They each bring their own personality, their own story, and they make this place richer. This is one of the best fire departments, if not the best fire department in the nation, and it is made that way by its people. So we're very thankful for that. I pray for a blessing over them and their families and strength to do this job and do this job well. Be with us this evening and bless all the families. In God's name, amen.
Gonzalez, front and center. You are no longer recruits. Be proud of yourselves and each other. Never stop learning, work hard, and become the best firefighter for South Metro. Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. Thank you to our board members who are out here and are supporting us. Thank you to our Chief of Human Performance Optimization, Andy Powell, for all your help and support during the Academy, and all the other members within the department that's made this successful. We'll finish off. We'll dismiss the recruits in just a second. Let them, they have a way that they're going to close out and finish it. But with that, I thank you all for coming. Have a good night. You're welcome to come to the stage for pictures afterwards. Academy 24-2, you are dismissed.
24-2, all present and accounted for. Hoorah! 17 motivated, dedicated firefighters ready to serve. Yes, sir. FR-2, together, together, together. War lead, roll out. Hoorah! 24-2.
Go. I did 5. I may have the record for 5.
What's that?
I may hold the record for 5. I can't remember if Riggs did 4.
No, I think it's here.